Hey, everybody, listen, happy Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, everybody. This is our recap of Married to Medicine, okay? This is this 10th season, 13th episode, and next week is the season finale. And all I can say is hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, and amen. I'm over it. I'm over it. Because they're giving us the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I feel like I'm bumping my head up against a wall. There is not one reality show out there, and if there is, y'all point me to it and I'll check it out. There's not one reality show out there that's not using the same exact formula. I watched that Bold and Bougie the other night, snooze fest, and it's the same nonsense. These arguments, these ridiculous parties. It was a theme party with some fur. I don't know what was going on that show. And all it was is a sisterhood that is fractured because they're just biting at each other. I'm done with it. I had enough. Like I said, I'm trying to hang in there with Married to Medicine, Potomac, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta only for nostalgic reasons. But I'm telling you, I'm done. It's like it's killing my brain cells 1 hour at a time because they're giving us absolutely nothing. Although there was very cute scenes in this episode, but I'm gonna say this: ooh, Dr. Jackie, yikes, yikes! What a special piece of work, and I'm not even talking about in a good way. She's arrogant to the 10th power, but you know what? So is that Curtis. Yeah, he arrogant too. Curtis is messy. But you know what, though? They like it. They love each other, and I guess, as long as they're on the screen and I continue to watch, I'm going to have to endure them. But messy. Sweet Tea came over to give Dr. Jackie a sincere apology, and Dr. Jackie, that chick is just arrogant. But we're going to carry on. So the girls go golfing. They at Hilton Head, South Carolina. The ladies go golfing. Sweet Tea won. It was a cute scene. The guys go cooking. And they had a competition. Listen, before they even put anything to the stove, cut an onion, a red pepper, sauteed anything, I already knew Dr. Eugene's team was going to win. That man cooks all the time. I knew they was going to win. He was calm, cool, and collected. So it was Eugene, Dr. G, and Curtis. And it was Kema, Cecil, and Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon is short in comparison to the rest of them. It's kind of little. He's looking little over there. But, Dr. G, Eugene's team won. They go on the yacht. And on the yacht, Sweet Tea apologized. And I thought it was nice of her. I think she's just so innocent, so sincere. But Jackie, like I said, nose to the sky, honey. She's arrogant. And I'm so sick and tired of every response is because I'm an OBGYN. I'm tired when I get home, can't have sex with my husband because I'm an OBGYN. I can't do this, that, and the other because I'm an OBGYN. I cannot do because I'm an OBGYN. Hey, Felicia, you said, hey, Diva, Dr. Alicia sent that money to her mama. She did something with that money. I couldn't. I sat up. That's when I did sit up in my bed. I said, hold on now. He said, Alicia, child, I'm going to get to that. Now, what I thought, see, here's the thing. This is why a single person doesn't belong in this group where everybody's married. Phaedra on the ride to the yacht so they can get to the yacht. Phaedra's on the bus and she's going to bring up how Alicia talked about how her and Kema don't have oral sex. And she's having this conversation as a single woman on the bus with all these married couples. I was like, that was not the time to bring up that conversation. I thought it was messy. And I think all of this sex talk is just right? But anywho, And so, like I said, Sweet Tea went to apologize. Dr. Jackie going to talk about silence is golden. All right, Dr. Jackie. Silence is golden in the appropriate time, but when it's time to apologize, apologize. Because you know what you did to Sweet Tea was juvenile, it was messy, and it deserves an apology. And you even talked about her home decor. And you talked about her husband. They're messy. Now, y'all may think I got the wool over my eyes. Y'all may think, like I'm not seeing straight or whatever. But I cleaned off my glasses. I really feel like we're seeing a different side of Dr. G. I do. And I'm thinking we're seeing his better side. We're seeing a good side. I really feel that way, though. Seeing a different side of Dr. G. And I feel like we're seeing a good side of Dr. G. But y'all tell me. Right? So let me see what else we had going on here. Cecil, when it comes to that money conversation, he don't like to get in it. When they had, wait, let me go back to the yacht. What else happened on the yacht? Oh, I thought it was cute how all the ladies served their husbands. I thought that was a cute scene. But Dr. Kema in this train. Now, see, here's the thing, though. I'm going to be honest with you. We all train the people. When they say you got to teach people how to treat you, that's training. So I'm not really that mad over him. It's just that he don't have to keep verbalizing it. Because then the people get worked up over that. But I promise you, he ain't doing anything different than anybody else do. That's saying you got to teach the people how to treat you. You might as well throw the word train in there. You got to train them. You got to help them figure it out. You know what? God bless all the ladies out there who train some of these men up. Because then if you got to train the men up. Then if they don't stay with you, unfortunately, another chick will reap the benefits of what you trained. That's why I want to speak to some of these ladies. Some of these men now, you like, who trained you? Where'd you come from? How you didn't learn nothing? How you don't know how to date? How to open the door, how to close the door, how to plan the date. So he using the word train, but I don't want you to get triggered by that. Because it's the same thing on saying you got to teach them how to treat you. Yes, you do. So you got to train them. I trained the feel-good men in my time. Yes, I have. And I'm mad at all of these ladies, at these men that's coming at me now, and they untrained. If you in your 50s and your 60s and you haven't been trained, get out of here. I ain't got time. I put my training manual in my hat away. At this stage in the game, you got to come ready. Men out there still don't know what they're doing. Still don't know left, right, left, up, down, sideways. None of that. It's messy. Yes, it is. It's messy. So we're going to talk about it. So, they had fun on the yacht. You know what I did enjoy, though? It wasn't a whole lot of, It wasn't. That's why I do like it. So on that note, you know what? If I had to rate this episode on that note, because it wasn't just unnecessary crawling at each other, I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. Y'all let me know what y'all going to give this episode. Then the slumber party. Now, I like Simone, but the way the tents was set up, she could have did a more adult setup. But I'm going to still give it to her. The game was nice. I don't know what to rate on this setup yet. My feelings are still working on that because it was too childlike. And you got adults, and not only do you have adults, you got some that are yay tall. You should have set that thing up a little different, but we're going to excuse that because the game was nice. And so in the game, let me see what the game they talked about. Alicia and Kema. First, she wanted to trash him for not taking her seriously when she told him to cash out. And he said, woo, woo, woo. He said, if I didn't take over this money, we'd be in the poorhouse. And then he said Alicia spent $150,000 in a couple of months. And she can't explain where it went. I was in the bed laughing. I sat up. I cracked up. I said, and she stayed calm. I said, oh, I see how you moving, girlfriend. Ooh. You better take a note out of Alicia's book. In case the cracks fall through, things go down, something happens, she got a little nest egg. Usually women, they take it out little by little so the husband don't know. They take 1,000 there, 5,000 there. No, she took 150,000 at one clip. She's a bad mamma jamma. And he ain't asking her where the money at. Oh, she took that thing in one clip. He's very controlling, though. He's extremely controlling. I couldn't do it. No, it would be a whole situation if it was me and him. I could not do it. He's very controlling. In the confessional, did y'all catch it? Let me know if y'all caught what he told her in the confessional. When she said, stop, cut me off, he said, God damn it, give a light-hearted answer. That's what he said to her. I said, ooh, Kema got a little temper on him. He got a mouth on him. He's controlling. Yes, he said that. He said, God damn it, give a light-hearted answer. And then all of a sudden, she turned that thing around. We're praying for you, Dr. Alicia. But I also know you're going to be okay because I know you stashed that money somewhere. She don't seem like the type that's going out there buying Gucci, Louis, all that. No, Chanel, Dior. No, girl, Jersey girl, watch it again. It's in the confessional. He told her, God damn it, give a lighthearted answer. And she flipped that thing around, calmed down, and she closed it out real quick. He couldn't have a Nene. He couldn't have many people. You gonna tell me to shut up? Nah, he messy. Kema is messy. Then Dr. Jackie said her and Curtis, they not doing it enough because she tired. Dr. Jackie, listen, I don't know anything, but let me say this, Dr. Jackie. You didn't want to go to Hilton Head because your memory of Hilton Head is him being with some other chick. So you said you was going to stay in this thing and work it out. And now you talking about you two decided to have sex. You looking at your social media. I ain't saying nothing, Jackie, but I'm saying something. Can you catch it? Did you catch it? Curtis is messy, though, too. And he's another one. He's just like his wife. They're a match made in heaven because they're both arrogant. They're both arrogant. Yes, they are. That's what Dr. Jackie said. I ain't saying. You know, Cecil said he could get some more, too. Loving that night. Only man that didn't say that was Damon Daddy. He didn't say that. He said it's all as well. Damon don't really like to talk about stuff like that. He likes to keep it like he likes to keep it classy, I'm gonna say. And Dr. Heavenly will go all the way gutter. Like all the way gutter. Listen, guys. Is Married to Medicine. It's time for a recap. Yeah, Dr. Kema would be a happily single man, in my opinion. I'm trying to tell you, Toya, he got a mouth on him. Well, it couldn't be me. It could not be me. Couldn't be me. But listen, guys, y'all know what I need. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night. Married to Medicine recap. And I'm about to board this train and we're going to get into it. Let me bring the people on in so we can talk about it. Hey, Leo.
Hey, Diva. Choo-choo.
Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva. Choo-choo-choo.
Come on now, Dr. Love. Hey.
Hey, Diva and panel.
Hey, Shan.
VIP.
Hey,
Hey.
my VIP
VIP,
sisters.
we kicked her out.
Listen, I took a poll and I said, did Dr. Alicia stash that money? Most of us, 85%, believe she stashed it.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she stood there real quiet. She didn't even try to explain where the money went. She was like,
Nothing.
Nothing.
She didn't get a face. She said, you know what? That's right. That's why he over the finances.
But we blowing her cover though. We blowing her cover. He gonna be looking now.
I said 150,000.
Right.
Yikes.
That's a lot of money. Especially because at first he was trying to come for that. Now listen, am I the only one? Did you see what he told her in the confessional?
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
I did too. Oh yeah. The whole time he was trying to coax her to say things up
And
under his
cut her
breath. They
off.
put the words up, right? Yeah.
And he do it all the time.
He messy.
I'd rather be single than be with him.
Child, he
But
messy.
she get her coins first. She will be single. But she gonna get a coin first.
I like how she moving.
No, she moving big time. She moving
like
big
how
time. She moving gangster. That's gangster cash.
Okay.
And I don't even know if 10,000, I would have been like, nah, we would have been still talking like, where's the money?
And it's good she moved, that she's quiet and she's trained, as he say, because she don't got to explain. Because when she spent the 150, she's like,
she kept it quiet. Yeah. Listen. She got that all. So listen, the girl, they go golfing, and I loved it. Right. I loved it, and they had their little adult beverages at the golfing thing. And Sweet Tea hit the ball out the park, didn't she? So Sweet Tea won. I thought it was really cute. They all was there. I love the fact that they actually had a good time together. And it wasn't all of this, cutting down each other, or whatever the case may be. I enjoyed the men's cook-off. I really loved it. I thought it was great, but I already knew. I didn't even really have to watch it. I said I already knew who won. And Kema tried to tell, so he was like, that rice ain't gonna cook. That rice is not gonna cook. And Cecil was like, no, it's good. What they tell him, that rice wasn't cooked well enough.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really nice, and I loved it. And so when they got back, and it was in between them getting back and going to the yacht, you know what? I promise y'all, we seen a different side of Dr. G. A very mature side. It's polar opposite from when we first saw him when Married to Medicine. He seemed very immature when we first saw him. And now he's slimmer, he's trimmer, he's married, he loved his sweet tea, he calm and he laid back. He told them, nah, we ain't doing all of this right here. The ladies need to get along. And I want them to get along. And they need to figure this thing out. That's what Dr. G said.
Oh, that's a front.
He loved his sweet tea. And I love that he loved her. All right. And I guess I'll do the last two scenes, the yacht and the slumber party after that. So what do you think about those first two scenes, Leo?
I'm going to give my overall. Actually, though, Diva, I'm going to disagree slightly with you, respectfully. I enjoyed this scene. And I enjoyed this scene because I got to watch a reality TV show for once where everybody wasn't biting each other in the back. And, I enjoyed
that. Yeah.
You did say that. You came to that conclusion as well. You did. You did. Because, your first premise was I'm tired of reality TV shows, and I am too. I don't even do the Potomac anymore because I'm tired of Potomac. It's a lot of them I don't do anymore because I'm tired. It's just, but this particular one, I did enjoy. I did enjoy the fact that everybody was getting along. Yeah. Aside from Dr. Jackie and her BS, I kind of feel like Dr. Jackie got a God complex that Dr. get in the upper echelon of medicine end up having. And I think that's part of her problem. But this has been filmed before everybody drug her down to the gutter with her video, and that she said about women and maternity health. So this is where she was at then. I'm quite sure now, as the universe turns, she has humbled herself since this particular episode was filmed. Right.
Well, wait, Leo, I'm gonna let you finish. Well, did she? Because on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, she was her regular arrogant self, and I'm sure that was. Don't you think that was after? Or you think it was before?
It might have been after, but I didn't watch it because I only got so much time. I be working like a dog.
Yes,
I only got so much time. I didn't see it, and I would assume it was after, right? So what I enjoyed also about this particular, when we first start out and they go golfing, the girls have their good time. Phaedra go ahead on and let the people know she do golf, but Sweet Tea had the biggest or the longest and the best strike out of all of them. And I congratulate Sweet Tea on that. I like the way they did get along. I like the fact that they didn't get ugly in front of these people at the golf course. Thank you, Lord Jesus, Father God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That they did not get ugly and start biting each other in the back on the golf course, because they will do that. I do also understand that when they got back from the golf course, I did see that Dr. Eugene tried to get messy. Asked Sweet Tea about how do you feel about the comment that Dr. Jackie gave about calling you baby girl.
Right.
And they told him it was too soon to come into the mess. He messy too. He come through and tried to do a production as well. I saw it. And I like the way they tempt that down as well, to keep on keeping on with the theme of let's get along. The thing that makes Married to Medicine a little different than other shows, when they have fall back from having the men participate, the men participate. The men went to their cooking session that none of them wanted to be at. They would rather have golfed than to be at a cooking session with with a competition about who's the best cook. Well, we all know amongst them, Dr. Eugene is the best cook. We already knew that. But I enjoyed that as well. They had the little camaraderie. They had the ish talking. They had a little bit of that going on. And Dr. Kema is stunting for the cameras. He got all his thing in line. He got his woman trained.
Dr. Kema is a menace to society.
And he is enjoying it all, VIP. He's enjoying it, thinking that he has something going on that he really don't have going on. She done already got him for 150 stacks. She probably got more that she's sinking in and taking from, and making sure when it's over, her and her is going to be good until she get her real estate and her dentistry, because he is an oral surgeon and she is a dentist. And I'm quite sure she also spends the atmosphere with him being put down for being just a dentist and an at-home mom. So I'm looking forward to what Dr. Alicia got going on, because he trying to play her like she's small, and what they say in New York, small, and she getting ready to show it.
She getting ready to show it. You know, I thought too. I said they got money for days. In my opinion, I'm thinking that, because he really wasn't even really. He said it, but he wasn't losing his mind over this 150K.
Right.
Right.
Like, I thought that. I said, they got a little stash.
Right.
Something right with this money. Because he was like, in mom, she don't even know where this money went.
Unlike what
I remember when Cecil took money from out of the account. I think it was only like 10, 15,000, and Simone lost her natural mind.
She did.
She lost her natural mind. So I'm like, yo, he ain't even sweating this 150K.
Because he's underestimating her, which is what I thrive on. I love to be underestimated because he thinking, oh yeah, she spent the money. She don't even know what she spent it on. Y'all heard that? She don't even know what she spent it on. Oh, okay.
She was just like, you right. That's why you over the money. No, Felicia said he stole 25K. See, so I mean,
I thought it was
he
20.
stole it. That was the now he stole. Now he stole it. That was their family money. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cecil didn't steal that money. She was hot though. She wanted to cut him for that 25K. She wasn't playing. She was so mad. Matter of fact, remember at the couples trip, they had an argument about that money, right?
They did. They
like
did
4 shows. Like
they went,
4.
Yep, they went the blows. I mean, not physical blows, but verbal blows. Oh yeah, she was hot.
Yeah, because remember they said at that fight that was Messy Heavenly asking the questions.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Heavenly get on my nerves so bad I can't take it.
Woo! Yes, they would say they was mad. So, Katrina, you're on.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
I was wondering. I'm surprised. I mean, like he didn't see what was happening to the money. Like you said, they must got money for days because I'm like, you spent 155. What did you buy? Show me what you bought. Especially as controlling that he is. That's weird. But either way, yeah, the scenes that they did, I'm glad they did opposite of what people are supposed to do, like women cooking and men golfing. They went golfing and the men cooked. That was pretty cool. That was pretty nice. I'm glad Sweet Tea won that little competition thing or whatsoever with the golfing. As you already know that Eugene was gonna win with cooking because that's all he do is cook with him and Toya. But yeah, and it was nice to see them not fighting, not having any animosity, and showing people they know how to go somewhere and act right. Because most time when they go somewhere, they always fussing and folks looking at them like these black folks don't know how to act nowhere where they go. So I'm glad they acted right. I'm glad they did that little competition and whatsoever. I'm happy about that. And you know, Dr. Jack had to throw in her confessional. I'm an ODGYN lady. Oh gosh. But anyway, with who else? Oh yeah, like she said with Eugene. Yeah, he tried to start some mess, but they backed that down real good. And I heard people saying they don't know why Sweet Tea apologized. She apologized because her husband asked her to bring peace to the group. He don't want no hostility or anything like that going on. And he don't want her to be singled out. So I think she did the right thing by apologizing to Jackie. But me myself, I wouldn't have, but she did what her husband asked her to do. Other than that, I think I did both things. But like I said, they did a good thing with golfing, cooking, and all that type of stuff. And that's all I got to say, y'all.
Thank you. Shan,
You're welcome. Listen, Kema talking about, I don't think cooking is manly or whatever he said. If you don't go somewhere and sit down and shut up, I need him to hang out with Dr. Eugene more because Dr. Eugene is a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. He cooks. He does a lot to contribute to the household. Not only does he cook, he's a doctor. He works so hard. And I love that Eugene asked Sweet Tea that. I don't think he was messy. I think Eugene was genuinely concerned about Sweet Tea. And it's about time somebody asks how Sweet Tea is doing. Nobody really checks on her like they check on the other girls. So I appreciated him asking her that. Like, how you doing? Are you okay? I don't think that was messy at all. I think Dr. Eugene is just caring. Listen, Cecil adding so much liquor to the food. I don't know. I got my eye on him. The way he gets drinks. And listen, nothing wrong with drinking, but if you're catching what I'm putting down, he kind of, but I don't know. Listen, I would lose my mind over $2,000. Yes, I would. So, you know what, Diva? You brought up a good point. I didn't even think about that. I just thought when he said that about the money, Alicia spending the money, I just thought, damn, you and Toya have a lot more in common than you think. But now you're saying she's probably stashing it. You're probably right.
I feel like she's stashing it. I don't see her. When you see her on the show, like you could tell she's not a label girl. She doesn't seem like she's into labels like that. Like she's out buying Gucci, this, that, and the other. And she was just real calm too. When he was like, she was just like, yeah, okay, yeah,
right.
Or she probably know where it's at. She know where that money at.
Yeah, or she probably bought properties that he don't know about, because that's what she wanted him to do initially. She wanted him to invest in properties.
That's
but
true.
I agree with what Leo said. Like, continue underestimating me. So now I'm like, maybe that is what she's doing, because she doesn't come off as like a Phaedra or a Toya, like you said. Like it's not like all about designer and spending money.
Right.
The cooking was cute. I already knew Dr. Eugene was gonna win. To sum it up, I'm sick of Kema. And the golfing was cute. You know, they were cute in their little outfit. Phaedra was unnecessary again. I forgot she was there. But, you know, she's doing a good job on the show, Traders.
I heard. I've seen clips of it. She seems like she's doing really well. I just think she doesn't fit in because, you know, on Roa, nobody's really hardly married over there. Like, you got a mixed bag. You got some married, you got some not married, right? But everybody on Married to Medicine, they're actually married.
Right.
And they're actually married to medicine. So you have Phaedra, where she doesn't really fit in. And I thought the conversation she tried to bring up on the bus was inappropriate when you got all couples and you the single chick on there.
Yeah, and so Emmanuel told me about this show called Traders. It's basically a reality show, and they're like competing. They do competitions for like the prize money, but then there's like two traders, and then the others are faithful and they vote each other off and yada yada yada. But she's doing a good job in that show, but not this show. 0%.
Where is it showed at?
So it's on Peacock.
Showed at?
It's on the app called Peacock. It's a streaming service.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like $6 a month. It's pretty good. There's a lot on there.
All right. So Dr. Love, you're up.
Okay. So I love the trip, of course. And I don't like that Married to Medicine did not keep quiet. Because see, Phaedra really don't have nobody to kick back off of, because she don't consider none of them girls her friends. So she do seem really odd within that group. You know, she don't, cause like with Married to Medicine, she always, I don't know if you noticed, clicked up with somebody. You know, first, if I'm not mistaken, it was her and Candy. Then it was her and Portia. You know, so it's like she always clicked up with somebody. I'm like, with this group, I don't think it's nobody for her to really click up with. That, and then I don't think it's nobody she want to click up with. I really think Bravo is about to bring her back to Married to Medicine.
You mean Roa?
I mean to Roa, and I feel like they brought her on here first, and I feel like if not this season, next season for sure. So that's what I really feel for that, and I feel like that's the real reason they got rid of Candy. So that's that, or Candy left because she kind of know behind the scene what's going on. It's something there. So anywho, back to Married to Medicine. Kema, I like him. He is so funny to me. He is like so far now the star of the show compared to his wife. You know how sometimes it's either the wife or the husband, but for between them two, he is the star. Except when he said, I wanted to say when he crunched them numbers and done them books over them few months and noticed that money missing. That's when I was just like, oh my gosh, I really love her. I like the way you're moving. Yes, continue to be quiet. So you, when you finish taking a rest of the money, you probably could go get you a fake Birkin bag and say the next 100,000 you took for that bag, or you deserve it, whatever. So I feel like she's going to continue to take money and have a reason, because she do want to, like she said, invest in real estate. And he keep giving her pushback, but losing more money in Bitcoins and stuff. She didn't say losing money, but that's what she meant. And then we talked about the bus. Did we talk about the bus with Phaedra bringing up sex? It's like, what else can Phaedra bring up? That's my thing. What else?
That part.
It's like, was trying to think like what else of the conversation because you brought up. Yeah, I don't think it was nothing else Phaedra could bring up on the bus. And so yeah, so that was the cooking. Then the cooking, I hope, well, not I hope, but I could tell most likely Eugene has started cooking more healthy now that he's been on, the weight loss plan. So yeah.
No, Eugene is getting his shot, and he's cooking what he cooked. Okay, Eugene is on his shot that Dr. Jackie gave him.
Yeah, that's the weight loss plan, right?
Oh, okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay,
what I'm calling it. Yeah.
okay, I like that. Okay, I apologize.
That's
I
what
like
Oprah called it. Oprah
Okay,
called
you are correct. You are correct. I'm sorry. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. I like that. You're right. The weight loss plan. Okay, yes, that's good. You are correct. So let's go ahead and move on to the last two scenes. They went on the yacht. I thought the yacht was cute. I thought them serving the men was so cute. I liked the way they did that. It was like fun, light stuff, right? It wasn't all heavy, and it wasn't like the men were sitting where they were sitting and the ladies was in there arguing like they normally did, right? So all went well on the yacht. Sweet Tea went to apologize, and when Jackie leaned over and kissed her, I said, Jackie is messy.
Condescending at its finest.
She is condescending, and then she shaded her in her confessional.
the church lady.
Yeah, but Dr. Jackie shaded Sweet Tea in the confessional, but Sweet Tea got her back a little bit. She said, I think under the church, at the church, she's a church lady, but underneath all that, she's a real good person. So I thought that was nice. Kema, that's his running joke, I think, to keep saying that he trained Dr. Alicia, because other than that, what would really be his storyline? So if his storyline got to be that he trained his wife, I'll take it versus it being something a little more sinister and heavy. Because like I said, listen, we all train each other, but we may not use that word, but that's what goes on in relationships, but we'll carry on. And then after that, they had the little slumber party. And I thought the slumber party was cute, right? A lot of stuff came out at the slumber party. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all missed it, betrayed by the kids. Sweet Tea gotta know better. Listen, if y'all missed the confessional with Kema and Alicia, in case you were just laying back, not paying any mind, I didn't see it until I watched it the second time. And I said, yo, this man is messy. He's very controlling. He's extremely controlling. Because he told her, God damn it, because he was trying to mumble under his breath the whole time. And then he got frustrated. He finally said, God damn it, say a lighthearted answer and leave it there. So he's messy. He's a piece of work. Dr. Alicia got a lot to deal with. I wish her well. Dr. Jackie, tied a knot, you need to take off your clothes and have some relations with your husband. Simone, the same thing. Dr. Eugene said he's good now that he lost all his weight. And Dr. Damon Daddy, as Eva like to say, he said he's good in all ways. He's happy. And then what's her name? Sweet Tea. She going through a lot right now. She's newly married. She got the endometriosis. She had surgery. But Greg is good. He cut a little slack there. And Dr. Alicia and Kema, I guess all is well over there. But Kema got a mouth on him. Yes, he does. And he needs to be tamed. She needs to train him. And she talked about at the yacht, she talked about how Eugene need to put a collar on Toya. No, honey, you need to put a collar on Dr. Kema. Because he messy. But Leo, your thoughts on those last two scenes?
Yes, at the yacht, I feel like something went on between Toya and Alicia that they did not present to us that was filmed, because Alicia is very vocal on Toya. And I like the way Toya did not engage in it, because at the end of the day, her enemy was Quad, and Quad is off the show.
So she good. So she's like, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. So I ain't get ready to get me another enemy. I'm gonna let you run your mouth because Kema is a whole hot, stinking mess, and girl, that's what you got to deal with. Because if you know, when they talked about the oral thing and all of this, and Kema said, you know, in my culture we don't do this, and they telling lies. You know, they ain't really speaking about what's going on in their bedroom. They just talking a line, as far as I can see, with Kema and Alicia. And you know what Toya said, well, are you good at it? You know, and that is what triggered Alicia to say, well, maybe you need to call it on you so you can be controlled. And I mean, and she did the whole sequence of like, when you hit the collar and you hit the electric shock, and it's shut up, stop talking. That let me know something went on between Toya and Alicia that we did not see, or was filmed and they did not show it to us, but something else went on between them, because Alicia don't mind being vocal with Toya on camera. So something happened on camera that she is responding to. As far as Dr. Jackie, before we got to that scene, Dr. Jackie is all full of herself. And she just wanted it. She was having a good time. I could see. I mean, do y'all remember when they first got on the yacht and she did a little strip tease and showed the people how good she looked at her stuff that she got going on? So, you know, Dr. Jackie was feeling herself. So she wanted to have a good time. She did not want the people to think that the Hilton Head trip was taking her back to any place but being in place with her husband.
That's
Even
smart.
Curtis was like, okay, I'm going to get ready to buy me a yacht because my wife is showing out here today.
Wasn't she though?
He was surprised. He was surprised. So she was making sure that nobody don't have nothing to say about what was going on between her and Curtis. And I secretly, Diva, think deep down, the fact that the stuff went on between her and Sweet Tea, she was happy about that.
Right.
She was happy about that because nobody talked about her marriage and what was going on with Curtis. It was a welcome distraction for Dr. Jackie.
I gotta stop on
all
that.
that lip boxing she was doing, talking about I'm gonna, you know, slap you the way your mama should have slapped you and all that kind of stuff. It was much. It was a lot, but it was a welcomed, and I emphasize the word welcomed, distraction for her.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly.
Because she did not want to engage in any other conversation about her and Curtis and the Hilton Head. So I just that is the thing. I saw that and I enjoyed that as well, because I did not want to hear all this fighting that goes on between these women if anybody else would have picked up on it, right? So if anybody, but Dr. Jackie has had this run of she's sacred, she's a sacred cow. I ain't gonna let, especially with Dr. Heavenly, I ain't gonna let nobody talk about Dr. Jackie and all of this. I ain't even want to get into that. Just enjoy the breeze, however y'all see it. And I'm gonna say this too, because I'm talking a lot, but I'm gonna say this. I didn't even think that Yacht was all that exclusive. Like, it did not scream to me top dollar to me. But okay, maybe that's the top that they got going on there.
But you know what though? They took boat rides before, right?
Right.
I think this was one of the better ones for them that I've seen. I remember. I think that was part of it too. Like, you know, it was one of the ones for them. Yeah.
And they showed the clips of Simone showing out on the boat rides, and she did not show out. Thank God. With her screaming ASS, her screaming self. She did that with the boat ride. She kept her stuff together so we didn't have to hear all that screaming, and I was glad about that as well. And the serving of the plates, I also feel the way Curtis felt. She made Dr. Jackie made sure that nothing was going to be said about her not serving her man, because Dr. Curtis already let us know that's not something that Dr. Jackie does.
Right. That's not who she is.
That's not who she is.
That's not who she is.
She cleaned that part up too, right? She cleaned that part up too, so nothing can be said about her and Curtis.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think Dr. Jackie, I think, sometimes in life, no matter how much you accomplish, but there's this other thing that you wanted. I think there's a lot of resentment, bitterness, and a lot going on between her and Curtis. And I think it just comes out like she kind of takes it out on the world. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I may not have all the words together just yet. I know she really wanted a baby, and he wasn't willing to find any like neutral compromise with her. And then I think she felt like, I was so dedicated to you. I allowed you to, to kind of not really let me go down this path I wanted to go to. And then at the end of the day, you cheated.
Oh,
and he's not a
go ahead,
beautiful looking girl.
Well, I mean, he probably was in his day because he's tall. You remember, tall men in our generation, tall men were very exclusive and something that women went after. But I'm connecting with you, Diva, as far as what it was that went on between them beforehand, and then he went and cheated.
Yeah.
Dr. Jackie is a cold bitch.
Yes, she is.
Cold one. Like, she is a cold woman. And I'm not how can I say this? I feel like through the 25 or 30 years they've been together, he has suffered from that frigidity that comes with dealing with Dr. Jackie. I don't know even if they would have had kids if she would have been warmer. She's a cold woman to her core. Do you see how when Alicia was apologizing and she was like, don't cry? Because you know what that means? Because I ain't fitting to cry. And I'm not going to cry. And you crying on this camera, that's really finna make me look bad. Like, don't cry.
Right. Yeah, displaced anger. Yes. Yeah, she said, don't cry. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, we was a little mean when we was doing this. We was this, that, and the other. Yeah, I think she does have displaced anger. And I would be a little upset too. And mostly at myself. Because it's like, I gave you everything. I loved you. It's like, you can't get with somebody, they're a doctor, and these doctors are on call, and then you want all this time from them. And then you're gonna give a cheat. A cheater is a cheater. So whether I was working a lot of hours or not, if that's where your mindset was going, that's what you was gonna do.
But she is a cold person, though, Diva.
But she is. She cold as ice.
But so the fact of the matter is that Curtis don't feel the love that he gave, as well as sacrificing to be with this doctor.
But then he should leave.
He should have got with somebody else who don't got a job.
That
you complaining about her doing her job. Like, I don't like.
Okay, but I feel like within the terms of their marriage, when you deal with a person that is a doctor, you do have to, what did Diva say? Train them to treat you the way you want to be treated. He should have established some way between their marriage at a point where he would be the person that would be put first. And he never did that.
You know what's funny? He seems as cold as she is.
He does.
So I don't think both of them aren't affectionate people, nice people. I could just see it.
Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a doctor, though, and this is not in a terrible way. because of her commitment, he can never be first. He can never be first. He couldn't, because let me tell you something. Me, just as a nurse, I told you I did peds. Peds does not have standard doses. The dose is based on the child's weight. So I had to go to bed at a certain time. Now I don't care what time I go to bed. Because if I ain't gonna hurt nobody ain't gonna die. I'm not taking care of no patient. Nobody's gonna die under my watch. But when I was working in the hospital, no, I had a strict time I went to bed because I had to be up like 5 something in the morning to start my 7 a.m. shift. And I had to be alert at all times because I told you the doctor can write the prescription, and even though the pharmacy has to do a check, you still got to do a check when that may come to you because you're the one administering it. So when it comes time, if the dose killed the patient, tag, you're it, the nurse, you're going down. Even though the doctor wrote the prescription and the pharmacy gave it to you. That's something
Peds is no joke. I could never do peds. I commend you so much.
I never done.
So joke. No joke.
20 years.
Yeah, you gotta connect me to it, Diva.
So what I'm saying is that at any given time, when one of her patients is in the hospital, what the hospital do is when you get there, they say, who's your doctor? Dr. Jackie. They're calling Dr. Jackie if she's on call. She got to come deliver that baby. But sometimes because it's so personal and that doctor took care of you the whole pregnancy, you will ask your doctor, because I did it to mine, if you on call or not, will you deliver my baby? Yep. And most of the time they want to tell you yes.
They do.
They tell you yes. They will tell you yes. So when you get there, they say, who is your doctor? And then they will call that doctor and say, so-and-so see about to deliver. I have been in my OBGYN office have for an appointment, and they was like, I'm sorry, she had to leave to go deliver some babies across the street at the hospital. And we don't know if she getting back anytime soon or today. And then they'd be like, do you want to see the NP? Do you want to see the other doctor? And I'll fall in line. I'm talking about non-pregnancy, right? I'll be like, all right, I'll see the other one because I'm already in there. But yeah, any given time when you're a patient in the hospital, they calling you, even when you're a regular doctor. So with the pediatric surgeons in New Jersey, there was two for the hospital that I worked in. So those two were rotating. They was tied as I don't know what. But if a kid came in the middle of the night and needed emergency surgery, they had to call them in to do it. So they wouldn't even drink really when they was on call. And you can't do nothing. You don't really have no life.
Just waiting by your phone. Yeah.
Waiting by your phone. So if you go out to dinner, you can go out to dinner, but you can't have no wine and be partying like everybody else, because at any given time they could call you and you got to come in there, scrub up, and go do this surgery.
I had a job like that for 11 years, but it wasn't the same kind of life or death thing. So Diva, so what you're saying to me is that Curtis knew that dealing with Dr. Jackie, who is at the top tier of her field, that he would be neglected. Is that what you're saying?
Don't do neglected. Don't do that now. That's harsh. Don't do neglected. Don't do neglected.
Right, but
what I'm saying is, you connecting, Leo. He knew, what you signed up for. Just like right now, if somebody on here, if we dating a basketball player, we be a fool to say, I don't do sports, but whatever the season is, oh baby, I miss you and I want to see you. Girl, like, this is my season. Go sit down somewhere. This is my season.
But not only that, both of them is cold. You got to think from the beginning. He would not give her what she wanted neither, and that was a child. And now that she's older, she is mad because she knew all the ways that they could get a child. She offered adoption. She offered for someone else to carry. He said, no, nothing. And now, yeah, Dr. Jackie, she's putting herself in motion to be divorced. Bottom line.
She don't want to divorce him, no, because she would have did it when he cheated. But hold on, Dr. Love, because I want to go in order. Katrina, I'm coming to you. But give me 1 second. I can't really, because this is Bravo.
You good.
No, I'm not talking about that for a minute. I'm coming to you, but hold on. This is Bravo. I can't really play it out. But if you go, I want you to go back and watch this, because you see here, he said, baby, you're getting too serious. But they had to write it for us, because he was telling her, he was shutting her up this whole confessional. You see that there? He said, baby, you're getting too serious. In other words, change what you're saying. Let me see if I could play a little bit and show you this. I want to show you when he said on the other part. He said it again, you're getting too serious. Now I'm gonna cue it up to the part where he told her, wait, hold on, it might be coming up. Okay, I'm gonna have to cue it up to the part where he told her to shut her goddamn mouth and give a lighthearted answer. Go ahead, Katrina, you're up.
Add closed captioning. It'll come up.
Yeah, Kema have Alicia looking like she's so timid. Like if I say the wrong thing, I wonder if he be putting the pause on her behind closed doors. Cause he have her like, if I say the wrong thing, is he gonna say something to me? It's like she's so timid. She just started talking really in the last 2 episodes. And he is the kind of, oh Jesus, I'll be stashing money too, because there's no possible way that I could be with him for life. Hopefully, if he changed, but he's grown. So I doubt if he's gonna change right now. The situation with the little party, yeah, that was cute. That was real cute. I like that. And what was the other thing? Oh, the yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all said the yacht wasn't all that, but that's the best yacht that they ever been on. Cause the other stuff was looking a mess when it was on it. And like she said, this time Simone did not get loud and yell, because every boat they go on, Simone be loud and yelling with that rum punch she be drinking, that vodka she be drinking, she be hot out. But this time she maintained herself, so she should take a picture of that boat. Shoot, that's about it for them. That's it for me, y'all.
Thank you, Katrina.
You're welcome.
Emmanuel, you're up.
Hey, so these women are proving that maturity doesn't always come with age, because how is Sweetie the youngest? Y'all keep calling her the baby, the middle schooler who likes the slumber parties, whose mom should have smacked her in the mouth. But how is she the most mature out of all of y'all? Not just older women, but professional, educated women. Like Mariah said, ain't nothing worse than an educated fool, and that is Dr. Jackie. Listen, I try to defend Dr. Jackie when this whole stuff came, because I respect any person, especially a woman of color who is a professional, but she has disappointed me so much these past few episodes. And honestly, props to Sweet Tea, and credit to her for being so mature and being the bigger person. Because if I were her, I would have probably pushed her out the boat because of how condescending she was being. Like, no, ma'am, that is not cool whatsoever. And what you mean you're gonna set me free? You're gonna set me free of what? Oh my gosh. And then she needs to stop. Listen, thank you for being an OBGYN. Thank you for the babies you delivered. But that does not give you a license to excuse you from every single thing. On Watch What Happens Live, Andy said, oh, people are talking about how Heavenly is she is your mouthpiece. She says what you think. She says, well, I'm an OBGYN. I don't need no one to speak for me. Oh my gosh, that doesn't mean like, Dr. Jackie, please, I beg you, please stop. Um, Overall, the trip I think was pretty good. It was good energies. Did y'all notice though how Dr. Heavenly kind of fades into the background?
Oh, they told her she had to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I noticed she wasn't that active, and I was like, maybe it's because the vibes were good and she didn't have like drama or something. Phaedra, poor Phaedra, she seemed a little lonely when they were doing that couple thing. I felt bad for her. And then Alicia. Listen, I think she, behind the scenes, is probably the smartest one of all these women. I just have a feeling. And I know you guys are saying, like, oh, she's this little submissive chick. I think she's not like that. I think this is all an act in public. I think that in their personal life, I think she's the head and he's the neck. I really do. Because how do you become a dentist and how do you become a realtor if you're a submissive woman? It's not really possible. So I think there's a lot more to her, and I'm actually kind of rooting for them to stay on the show. I think they have a lot to offer. And then I I loved when she dragged Toya and said Eugene needs to control you, because Toya, I don't dislike her, but the thing about Toya is that she loves to poke and poke and poke and poke the bear. That's why Mariah was, had to fight her, because she loves to poke the bear and she loves to try and get these reactions out of people. And I think Alicia was like just being calm. She was like, it's between us. It's a respect. But she kept on pressing and pressing and pressing. So she said, yeah, Eugene needs to control your ass. And I don't think it's about a man controlling his wife. I think it's about, like she said, being able to temper each other. Because Eugene was sitting up there saying, I don't want to control my wife. Sir, if you want to keep getting disrespected on national television and keep getting humiliated and the whole universe is listening about your private parts, go ahead. Don't control her. That's your prerogative. But yeah, so I'm rooting for Dr. Alicia, and I like the episode. I thought it was pretty good. And then next week, Quad is gonna come. That's gonna be interesting. But again, the MVP is Sweet Tea. I'm very disappointed in Miss Jacqueline Walters.
So am I. And she said on Watch What Happens Live with Andy that she's 60, not 65. So the internet, I guess, has it wrong. I guess. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. She says she's 60, she's 60. But here, I think Dr. Kema is running things. I don't know if that's an act, but time will tell. But this is what he said. He said, God damn it, just give a lighthearted answer.
Yeah. And then she said, don't interrupt me.
She said that before this piece right here.
Oh, then she stopped.
I think after he said that, when she was like,
he said, stop.
Just give a lighthearted answer. She was like, stop cutting me off.
But she gave a lighthearted answer.
Thank you, Leo. That's the point, right?
Right.
That she did. She turned that thing 100% around. She gave a lighthearted answer. But I didn't catch that when I watched it the first time. I caught it the second time. I said, oh, he beastly. He beastly. But before that, he was telling her to pretty much shut up. The whole confessional, he was controlling what she was saying. It reminded me of that candy show. What was the candy show? SWB and Escape? And what's her name? Tasha's Rocky. He came and whispered in her ear, pretty much telling her to shut up. I wonder what's going on with those two these days.
That's a good question, actually. We need an update.
We the people don't care.
Dr. Kema is messy, and he's running that thing at that house. And I think he let it slide. I bet you he do know where that money's at. But time will tell. Shan, you're up.
I agree with you, Diva. I'm connecting with that. He's definitely giving controlling, and it's giving authentically him a messy menace. I feel like he's setting the world back 50,000 generations because he has this misogynistic outlook that I don't like. So he can go. Dr. Alicia can stay. But Dr. Alicia, she surprises me sometimes. I think she's the perfect example of timing. Like, when people say right place, right time, like it has to be. Because the way she went after Toya, I expected her to be quiet the way she is around him. So I feel like if she really want to be in control, she can. But maybe she believes, like, her values. Maybe she believes that she's supposed to be submissive. So that's why, because she wants to, but he's also controlling. Like, I think those two things could be true at the same time. But I think she could go there if she want to go there. Because the way she was going after Toya, he needs to put a collar on you, this, that. But Dr. Alicia, sweetie, that was cute. But don't come for Toya, okay? Toya is my favorite one. And I'd rather a million Eugenes over one Kema. So don't get fresh, girl. Nobody wants your husband. Nobody. So that whole, I'm happy. The funny thing is she tried to shade Toya. She was like, I'm happy with his, private parts. Pick your battles. Yes, Tara. That's what I meant. It was interesting that they were going back and forth. But I agree with what Leo said. I think Toya was like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the season. But I feel like Alicia could compete with her too. I feel like they both could match each other's energy. Them feeding the man, that was cute. Sweet Tea going up to Dr. Jackie. I understand why she did it. Like, Katrina was saying her husband wanted to make peace and stuff like that. She was being the bigger person. Sweet Tea is the most mature on the show. And I feel like Dr. Jackie, the kissing, see, I don't like that because you kissing her on her cheek make me think, girl, little girl, it's giving like, I'm a grown up, you're a little girl. Poor thing. It's very condescending. If I was Sweet Tea, I'd be like, F you again. Like, I would not apologize to her. But I'm glad she apologized, you know, just for her own good. But I feel like Dr. Jackie is going to take this to her grave. She's not going to really forgive. She said she'll let it go, but Dr. Jackie gave me the vibe like, okay, I'll let it go in front of your face. But behind the back, I'm going to do everything in my power to rip you down. So I think
She's a grudge holder, Dr. Jackie.
Yes, and I think Sweet Tea knows that, so I like what she said in her confessional. Mm-hmm. But honestly, this is one of the best episodes. To me, I was laughing the whole time. Like, this was a really great episode. The part when they were in the tents, that was cute. Listen, I like Dr. Jackie Dr. Heavenly sometimes, but this whole act of like, my relationship is perfect, we do everything perfect, we have no flaws, I love him, I want to put it in my ear, everything's good, no complaints ever, my man is everything, I am everything. Like, I'm sick of it. Because everybody's being vulnerable, and then y'all are like, oh, it's perfect. My life is perfect. We all know nothing's perfect. So y'all, you know, intimate life could be great, but the whole like, oh, my relationship is so perfect, it pisses me off because I feel like it's like not true. And it's like an act. Well, it don't piss me off. It just irks me because I feel like it's like they're trying so hard to come off as a perfect couple. And it's like, I guess, whatever. And then the yacht. Damn, I've been talking for an hour. I'm so sorry. Last thing. Mm-hmm. The yacht. It wasn't giving me what needed to give. So I wasn't that impressed with it. I've been on a better yacht than that when I went to Miami, but whatever. But it was cute for what they trying to do.
And you know what, Shan, to that point that you said about people wanting to make things look perfect, Dr. Heavenly, she tries. I kind of caught onto her little games that she does in her confessional where she like sort of dibbles into her sex life and then she kind of like pretends to shut up about it. She talks a lot, and I feel like sometimes when people talk a lot, they're overcompensating for a lack thereof. So I'll just put that out there as far
That's
as
a great
Dr.
point.
Heavenly. But you know what? I get you like Toya, but she does need to respect her husband. And I need Eugene to know that getting a biscuit thrown at you is not foreplay.
But then they were saying that Eugene controlled Toya. There's no possible way Eugene controlled Toya. Nuh-uh, because they went from this house, that house, this house, that house, this house, that house, bought that bag, this, and he's still out there working and sweating, looking like looking like a penguin. And he don't control Toya. Toya control him.
Yep.
And then the thing with Alicia, y'all got to remember, Alicia is Heavenly friend. They play that submissive thing. Ain't no
That's
telling,
true.
but like we seen that she do got a mouth. She
Right.
just she's Heavenly friend. Don't forget that part now. But that's it, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Love.
Okay, so I'll start off with the dinner. I really like that they did dinner, and nothing like Jackie husband eyeballs getting big when he got his. I just had to laugh, like, because I think I only looked at him because I'm like, I know Dr. Jackie don't give out no plates, so let me see what he does. But his eyeballs got big, so that was funny to me. And then Dr. Alicia, she do give me, I play the game of submissiveness. And I like this game that I play. Okay. She gives me that only because when she ready to come up out of it, she will. And it's gonna put him in shock. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna put her husband in shock. So she like, yeah, I play this game, but I'm not Dr. Heavenly, them two Dennis. I'm not Dr. Heavenly, okay? She played the game like it and going to continue to play it. I feel like Dr. Alicia is calculated. She or not, she's not calculated. She calculate things and when to talk, when to do stuff. She give me that personality. Like I am a calculated woman. And when it's time, I am gonna bust up out of all of this. So so yes. So that's my thing about her. And then with I'll say with Sweet Tea, I love that she called Jackie the church lady. I think she left out a part. I think she left out the part, the mother of the church, you know, the mothers of the church, they tell the pastors everything that's going on. Next thing you know, the service about you. That's what Dr. Jackie give me. And she also give me, she tried to call Sweet Tea, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" She tried to put that on there, but she know how educated that girl is. And when she kissed her on the cheek, I'm like, Dr. Jackie, do you look at this girl like she could be your daughter? Like how's you, you know, this kiss is a bit much. You ain't never kissed Simone on the cheek when she didn't apologize and da 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 da. Why? Yeah, that was a bit much. Um, and here's my thing too. When she called Dr. Jackie a B, why Dr. Heather ain't step in for her bestie? She normally steps in. Yeah, I didn't get that part either. And then I know, Emmanuel, you asked why Dr. Heavily been quiet. I really think they told her to calm it down because Sweet Tea ain't playing with none of them. I think Sweet Tea is on 10, and it do keep her husband keep having to tell her, please take it down, honey, please take it down. I think she will tear Dr. Heavily head off. I'm waiting for that scene where she say some things about Dr. Heavily. Okay, and then to the tents, when they were in the tents making the confessionals, I'm with you, VIP. Dr. Heavily made me mad that they didn't skip over her. They should have just cut her scene because everybody else was telling truth, coming out with truth, and they should have cut her scene. And I feel like at that point, Phaedra should have went home early before we got to these tents. And and then okay, this where Dr. Jackie um gives me a feeling that sh- she's setting herself up to get a divorce. She's cutting her feelings off, this and that, because you not having sex with the man. He going to the DR working every month. At this point, you know what it is. But to actually admit it, to accept it, and to do it, to actually do divorce is something different. So, what is his name? The husband,
Curtis?
Curtis.
Curtis. So, Curtis, this is to you. Please don't let Dr. Jackie catch you or nobody, because she's ready. She's ready to end it. She didn't talk to that vice president, and she thinks she on her level now, if not more. So that's just my truth with that. Why she not concerned about giving you sex? She's not concerned about you going to the DR. It's a lot of non-concerns going on with Jackie, and for her to be a doctor, you do have to realize that to your husband, you're not a doctor, you're a wife. And that's one thing I feel like a lot of families and people get confused to say, I'm a mother first, or I'm your mother first. I'm never a doctor to you. I'm your wife first. I'm never a doctor to you. And the same thing go for a doctor. They have to realize that and treat their family accordingly, or boundaries will forever be crossed within that situation. And boundaries don't have to be crossed in that situation. To say, what's 2 or 3 minutes of your time to give your husband something, or 5? Don't act like men at 60 could last to an hour. Don't do
Oh
that.
my gosh.
So no, I'm serious. So Dr. Jackie, just stop. Or that's why I'm feeling what I'm feeling about her really um blocking her feelings to get ready before this, whatever scandal gonna come out, she gonna be ready. Even though it's gonna hurt her because she's human, but she's gonna be ready because she know I'm not giving you no sex. You at the DR, blah blah blah. Like who don't know? I don't got 3 to 5 minutes for you. I ain't got 10 for you. Come on now.
I don't think she's
Maybe
going to be ready, because if she was so ready and that's what she was gearing up for, why would you sit there and cry about going to Hilton Head?
Oh, because that right there brought it all to the forefront of what she know about the DR as well. To me, when she got to crying and he wouldn't want to go, or she, however it was going, to me, my feelings toward that was, I already know, or I know you're back cheating again. And this is bringing it all, is bringing it to the forefront in my head as the wife. That's what I thought of that. Cause I'm like, that cheating happened years ago. If you ain't forgave this man by then, talking about some Hilton Heads, South Carolina, like it's another country. Come on, no. That cheating that she know that's going on now was brought to the forefront. That is going on now. Mm-hmm.
Not you, Dr. Love. Especially you can't stop. If I was Curtis, I would bring my woman by the house to meet Jackie.
Come on. Talk about you ain't got 3 or 5 minutes.
Don't do that. Dustin, I'm about to close out. How are you? Thanks for coming through.
Oh, hey, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. Is he there?
I don't know. Hey,
I'm
Dustin.
here. I was on mute. I'm sorry. I'm doing better.
Oh, good.
Praise God.
I've been very busy today, and sorry I'm pretty late. So I was over in the juice live chat earlier, and she just got done. So I've been pretty busy today. So I am getting a little bit better each day, but it's still very emotional.
Oh,
Well, we're glad you're getting better. I'm glad you running the YouTube streets over there, Juice Radio. Always when you go over there, tell her I said hello. Listen, somebody said the rumor. Hold on. The rumor has it that Dr. Jackie has a side dude in Atlanta. If it's true, they probably have an open marriage.
A side dude.
I heard that too. I heard that too. They say somebody saw her. There was a sighting with her with another man. But by her having
good
open
for
marriage,
her.
I don't think that she would fall for that, because the type of person that she is, I don't think she'll have an open marriage. Not Dr. Jackie.
Yeah,
That's not part of her
DNA.
DNA. No, she ain't finna do that. She might cut us out looking like a catfish. So, child, she might have found somebody else. I don't know.
But cutting Curtis off is not that easy, because she's gonna have to pay a lot of dollars.
Come on.
And I think that's part of her issue too.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how this thing is going to play out. I think Dr. Jackie is really hurt. I think Dr. Jackie loves her husband with everything in her. I think it still is paining her that this man stepped out on her. She loves him and she worked it out, but I think it still stings her every now and then. That was real tears when Dr. Jackie was on that phone and had to hang up with them and they wasn't sure they was going. I think that Curtis is just as arrogant as Dr. Jackie. But I know she cares about that man. You can see when she sits on the couch and tries to talk to him, but you can also tell like he doesn't like to be bothered.
I bet she was thinking, like, you cheating on me and I'm a doctor? I'm a doctor and you cheating on me?
That's okay. Her
I
best
guarantee you
got
that was
her.
going through her head.
That's
I'm a
okay.
doctor
Dr.
and you
Heavenly
cheating
go
on me?
front.
Well, I don't know what the little girl that he was with, what her profession was, but she was like, I'm guaranteeing she was saying in her head, I'm a doctor and this man cheating on me, which a lot of doctors get
Well,
cheated on
you know
too.
what? Dr. Jackie
This
gives
is
me Wendy William vibes. I feel
Right.
like there could be a secret baby and she would just deal with it. She
Right.
wouldn't leave or something like that.
this is the thing.
Do
I
you
don't
think
feel
Heavenly keeping the baby while they at work? I'm just
No,
playing.
Heavenly gonna
She need to
front.
stop. She need to stop lying about that milk.
this is the thing. I don't feel bad for Curtis because you knew she was a doctor or wanted to be a doctor. The same thing Diva was saying. It's like, what does Curtis even do? You should have got somebody on your level who do nothing all day, allegedly. That way y'all could stay on the couch. The women have aspirations, and y'all know I don't like Dr. Jackie. But why are you trying to make me feel bad because I take my job seriously? I'm not saying her, but I'm like, sometimes I'm wondering if he's like jealous of her success, because it's like, why are you so adamant of making her feel so bad about her career? Like, that's the
He
path
asked
she chose, and you knew she would. You know she wanted to be a doctor, so you should have go and got somebody with no job, but
I
you have
think when
no
he
money.
met her, she was already a OBGYN, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
Married.
I think when he retired, because he retired, because I think he was a basketball coach. I don't know if it was for a college or a high school. But I think when he retired, he was looking like maybe she should retire. But see, Jackie got to
No,
keep
come on,
going with
he's
that
not
money.
that stupid, right? The thing is,
I don't know, girl,
Curtis,
because he kept saying, "You don't spend no time with me." You
yeah,
remember
but
that?
he, but
Remember that?
he's talking nonsense because he
He's
cheated.
Yeah,
making
because
But
he
up
then,
kept
hold
saying,
on
"You
one
don't
second,
spend
guys.
no
Hold on
time
one
with
second,
me.
guys.
When
Hold
you
on one
come
second.
home, you
Hold
charging.
on one
You
second.
on the phone."
Hold on one second. So, thank you, Tyrus World. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tacky Jackie can't control Curtis like anyone else. Um, I'm Team Curtis. Listen, at the end of the day, you cannot live a certain lifestyle and then I'm home. Which one do you want?
Curtis
Well,
only
Indeed.
want
Diva,
5 minutes.
to be fair
Curtis
with
want
Curtis,
5 minutes. That's it.
just to be
That's
fair,
what Jackie's not doing. And in the beginning, Jackie was giving up that 5 minutes. Now Jackie's not even giving up that 5 minutes.
But
And
we
In
men,
can't.
the beginning, where Dr. Love, because
Diva.
claimed give me 1 second. That's how I'm coming to you. He claimed that when he was cheating and talking and doing whatever he was doing, that Jackie never had no time for him because she had the chart. Yeah, she had the chart. Yeah,
no,
she was running her own business and she's doing all of that. Listen, a complainer is going to complain. A cheater is going to cheat.
Yeah.
And no matter what she did or
Yeah.
does, so now he wanted her so much, but now he's doing business in the DR. Make that make sense?
Ooh,
so
that
when
part. I
I'm
think
talking
he's
about
trying to
the
find
five
an
minutes,
excuse.
you know
He's
what I'm
drinking and
talking about.
romancing. I told
Right,
y'all.
No,
but
He
he's
be on
trying to
stand
find
for.
any excuse he can so he could cheat in peace, allegedly.
Come
that's
on,
Like,
true.
man.
he's
Let's
picking and picking
connect
and
the
picking.
dots.
Oh, you came in and you were on the phone. Everybody's phone is attached to them 24/7. This is the society we live in. We're all on social media for hours. So you're just trying to find things now.
That's
I'm
that
not
part right
Team
there. Hold on 1
Curtis.
second, guys. Hold on. Dustin wanted
Okay.
to say something to me. What did you want to say, Dustin?
I want to ask about. Roy. Is he okay? I haven't seen him for a
Roy is
while.
fine. Roy is fine. Yeah, he's doing well. He came up here the other day. All right, guys, I'm about to close out. I wasn't trying to do no 2 hours on this show that wasn't even
boy.
2 hours worthy. Okay. But Curtis is a piece of work,
Mhm.
and he's doing reverse psychology on her. I don't
Oh,
care.
yes.
She could quit her job. She could quit her job and sit in his face all day long, and he still would have some type of complaint. See, Jamie, once I know you for the streets, I'm gonna release you where you want to go, to the streets. And I'm gonna just have to figure my way and get out of it. Dr. Jackie, she may be snooty, but she's gorgeous. She keeps herself in good shape. She looks amazing. Amazing for 60. Amazing. And even when she threw herself that birthday party and she had on a white dress and had everybody else wear black, she looked good. Dr. Jackie will be all right. She will find somebody else. And listen, somebody said when she was asking for that baby, she was 50. Well, Janet Jackson had her little baby at 50.
It don't matter what age.
I don't think they
Get
was
you a
gonna give it to
nanny,
Dr.
have your
Jackie though,
baby,
because she
do
had
what you
that
want to do.
breast
I
cancer.
give you a little bit, you give me a little bit. Marriage is a give and take. And I think Dr. Jackie is sitting back. I married this man. I done survived breast cancer twice. And this man didn't even
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
he didn't want to do what's it, infertility, IVF, whatever. He didn't want to do it all.
Right, none of it.
None of it.
Right.
He didn't want to do nothing. He didn't want to give me nothing. All he wants to do is take. And as females, we will get in a marriage. If our husband's a lawyer, he's the top person in the corporate America. We support him and we understand that he got to work those hours so our family can have what we want to have, right? But as soon as a lady does it, no, I need you to take one time. I need you to pay attention to me.
That part.
Grow up. You a grown man. You know I'm
That part.
OBGYN. You know I got a chart. Get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
So,
And you
But
should
so
have
my
got
question
somebody who
is,
wanted to stay at
should
home
he
all
not
day,
get the
but he don't
5
have the
minutes?
money to afford a housewife.
and
So
here's the thing, just
like
to give
Wait, hold on,
just
guys, so I can have some organization. I'm closing out. I'm gonna go around. Leo,
okay.
what's your final thoughts?
we all make like everything is equal all the time through the world between men and women. What I always say to my younger sisters, like Felicia say to those in the second row and in the third row in the back, we can have it all, but not all at the same time. It's not like we are in a world where men and women get married and the responsibilities are equal to both male and the female. That's what we want, right? That's what we want. We want equal roles. We don't want gender assignments to responsibilities in the household. But I can tell you this, if you are a mother, you are expected to be there for that child, even though you are married. You are expected to do household things. So let's say your man is good at laundry and he is good at cooking, and you are fortunate enough to have a man that can hold on to those responsibilities. Most of the time, when you get married, when people walk into the house and the house ain't clean, they be looking at you like, you need to clean your house. They don't look at the man and say, look, man, you need to clean your house. Nah. They look at you and say, look, you need to get your house together. I mean, dirty diapers everywhere, bottles stacked up to the ceiling. They always look at you and like you not holding on to your responsibilities. Now, when they come through and the grass is high, so you have to bear through the high grass to get to the house, they be looking at that man like, you need to get his grass cut. Broke down cars in the yard, they be looking at him like, what you doing with these cars? They ain't looking at her. They're looking at the man. So when we say these things about her taking time for Curtis, it is not because she is not, they are not equally responsible for their marriage. But I can say this, a man has a huge ego. And you cannot be with a man for 10, 15, 20 years and his ego is demoralized. He will not be there. He will be doing other things. Now, if he's demoralizing your ego, then you need to leave. Because the standard is different. We live in a patriarchal society. It is unfortunate that the standards are not equal. But in this patriarchal society, in which I mean that men run everything. They run the fiduciary, which means banks and money and Wall Street, and most of them are white. They run the government, which most of them are white men. They run your city, your state, your town. Most of them are men and white. They run the educational system. Most of them are men and white. They run the executive, which means the president. Most of them are men and white. So we have to understand that how we see ourselves as women, we are the neck, they are the head in this particular patriarchal society. So how we see ourselves in the moves we make, we still do have to cater to the men. And I'm single because I am not the person, and I have been in a long-term relationship and I got tired of catering. But as it is, if you want to have a man, and let's see, it's Eugene. Dr. Eugene does everything he can for Toya to make her happy. That is a good man, y'all. That's a
We
good
love
man,
Dr. Eugene.
That is a
A simp.
good man. We get us a Dr. Eugene, I will be right there. When I find my Dr. Eugene, I will be right there. But other than that, look, Dr. Jackie got her thing going on because Curtis is done. Curtis is done being in the background to her foreground. Curtis is done. And it's
How about she's
thing.
done? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. What you say, VIP?
I'm sorry about
because I'm about to close out. Hold on, Shan. I'm going to Emmanuel next. Go ahead, Emmanuel. I'm about to close out. What's your final thoughts?
First of all, Curtis cheated, so he doesn't get to have an opinion.
Boom.
But with that being said, let's pretend he hadn't cheated. She still needs to make time for her husband. Everything Leo said was correct. And if you remember at the beginning of the season, she said that she was now going to leave the office by 2 p.m. to have more time to be at home. So if you're leaving the okay, 3. If you leave the office at 3 p.m., you have more time to be at home, but all you're going to do is be on social media. It can be annoying when you're having a conversation. I think all of us have had a conversation with someone and they're on their phone, and it kind of pisses you off because you want to have their attention. What is one of those 5 love languages? Quality time. And that's a natural feeling that it's not going to change regardless of the occupation of the person. They could be doctor, they could be the president, they could be an attorney. You got to put in the time if you're going to want to make it work. You know what I mean? A plant is still going to need to get water. It's still going to need sunlight. It's still going to need all those things. And so is a marriage. So make time for your husband, because not all men are going to be simps like Eugene. Not all men are going to let you, verbally abuse them. They need that time from their wives.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We appreciate you. Shan, 60 seconds.
This is the thing. If Dr. Jackie was, complaining, and Dr. Curtis Curtis was a doctor, society would be like, but he's just trying to provide for his family, yada yada yada. So whatever. The thing with Curtis, you're too entitled for me. You're too entitled for me. And you're too complaining. I cannot stand a complaining. How about you go to the hospital and say, babe, let's have lunch today.
Come on now.
Having lunch with Dr. Simone. All you do is complain and go to the DR.
I
don't see why Dr. Jackie is with you. Like, girl. And maybe get a cat, get a hobby, get something to do. The woman has her career.
Do in Atlanta, not in the DR. I appreciate you, Shan. Thank you so much.
Can I say last thing?
Last thing. I'm out. Come on.
He should have got somebody equally yoked, somebody who don't want to do nothing like him. She's driven. Don't make her feel bad.
Stay with your first wife. Katrina? Did we lose you, Katrina? Okay, we lost Katrina. All right. Dr. Love, 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds. Mine is less. All I want to know is Dr. Jackie not entitled to giving her husband 5 minutes? And I hope you guys understand what I mean by 5 minutes. That's what I feel in the beginning they were doing, and it stopped. So then, not to say a cheater ain't a cheater, but I think that's when all that started happening. But okay. Good night, guys.
Yes, Dr. Love. Hashtag 5 minutes.
Right. You on mute.
You muted, Diva.
You was on mute.
I want to know how those two met, but that's a whole nother story for another day. Dustin, 60 seconds.
I just want to say that I appreciate you having me on the panel, even though I'm very late. I do apologize. I've been busy today, and I plan on having another show tomorrow night with Reality with Christian and Reed. So if everybody could join in tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Central, that would be nice. So it'd be 6 o'clock Eastern.
I appreciate you, Dustin. Thank you so much. Who did I not go to?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
60 seconds, Katrina.
Okay. One thing I can say, even though Jackie get on my nerves, she is a hardworking doctor. She's a hardworking doctor. She don't just do the baby. She do the medical spa and all that. And just because Curtis went and retired, like we said, we don't know why he left his first wife. I mean, it's not about business, but I'm just saying he left his first wife for a reason. He's sitting there looking like a catfish. The lady bringing home all of the done bacon. You should just be, I mean, I know he just can't be happy just by sitting at the house. But if you want to take that quality time with her, you tell her, listen, we need to make time for ourselves. We need to go away to the cabins or somewhere and just be alone. So just don't keep sitting up there complaining about it. Make it happen. And then the other, he don't want to do that. He can go jump in the lake because he already like a catfish. So he can go do that. So anyway, we done.
The lake. She said lake.
Diva, you on mute again.
Okay, I'm sorry, Smoke. Go ahead. I'm closing out. What you gonna say?
What's the question? Just ask real quick. What's the question? Oh, just
No, it's just we just talking married to medicine.
well, yeah, since you're bringing up Jackie and Uncle Fester / Lurch, I think like I think they fully committed to the depth of their marriage and that they're just gonna ride it out until death do us part, literally. I don't think they will ever divorce. I think they have an understanding and agreement of, listen, this is just for TV. Let me do my vacations in the DR, and you save women's, for JJ's and whatever it is that you do in Atlanta. So if she like it, I love it for Dr. Jackie. Dr. Heavenly, she's very, very messy, and I can't wait to see Phaedra read her all the way down to the studs at the reunion. Quad needs to get that whole couch, including her own, together, because those are some messy, tacky heifers. Like, how dare you bring me out to a vacation and then send me home? And yeah, honestly, I think we're seeing the death of reality television, because when it starts to become pre-planned and people are strategizing and aligning, I'm just looking like you're messing up the thing that got you to 10 years to begin with. So I just hope that Married to Medicine can fix it for next year and just go back to organic storytelling and drama that they had the past 7, 8, or 9 years. That's all.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Smoke. Listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow night is going to be trending topics. And oh my goodness, there's so many things to talk about. I'm going to have to figure it out and narrow it down. Dr. Jackie and Curtis, it is what it is with those two. But she looks and seems miserable. And she's making everybody else around her miserable. So she should just pay him whatever she got to pay him. I'm guessing they probably don't have a prenup. So, Jackie, I don't know what to tell you. But people are saying you was the side chick to Curtis. You reap what you sow, if that's the truth. I don't know that to be true or not, but if it is true, you reap what you sow. He cheated with you and then he cheated on you. What do you want, girlfriend? A leopard don't change his spots, or whatever that saying is. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all for being here. Hit the like button. If you didn't hit it coming in the door, hit it going out the door. I'll see y'all tomorrow night for Trending Topics. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.